Hey guys, it's me, Steph, just checking in on this beautiful afternoon. I know not much sun is shining and it's been a little cold out here, but you know, we ought to just give praise because he gave us breath in our bodies to breathe, and know that it's sunshine every day when it comes to the Father that we serve. Anyhow, I was just checking in to talk with you guys just for one little second about the talents that you have, the gifts that you have, and to remind you not to bury those gifts, not to bury those talents. And I'm saying that because it's so many people out here who got talents and gifts that they are not using. And I would encourage you to really, invest in yourself. You received those gifts and talents without even sowing for them. You were born with them. So who are you not to use those? Because they were given to us so that we could, spread this word and spread who the Father is and what he is to each and every one of us, for the sake of helping each other, helping one another during this experience on earth, because none of us is promised tomorrow. So we need to make sure that we are using the gifts and talents that we were given since before we were born, to make sure that we're doing the job we need to do while we're here, especially if we want, our ladder and the outcome of, where we end up after this life to be good. We want to make sure that we are not burying our talents, thinking that that's the safe thing to do. Anybody who has ever been anybody and done anything has always taken a risk. You can call it a risk, but, honestly, I call it blind faith. I call it believing in the one who has done things for you over and over and over again that you wouldn't have been able to have done. Not out of your own power, not out of your own strength. So be reminded, do not bury your talents. Start that YouTube channel, start that clothing company, start that detail shop, start that computer tech company, start that candle making business. Start whatever that talent is in you, that is your business. And it may not be just one talent. That's the beautiful thing of it all. But at the end of the day, it needs to be whatever you do brings glory to the Father. Glory to the one who gave you those gifts. Because when he sees that you're exercising those gifts and using those gifts that he gave you, he'll give you more. You may not even been born with certain talents, but because you used the talents and the gifts that you had, that you were born with, he said, oh, well, let me put a little splat on it and add some more. There's a need. And I believe she can do it. I believe he can do it. You are the person for the job. And remember, his burden is easy. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. Don't forget that. A lot of times we work out here for people and work out here for these corporate jobs and stuff, and, you don't get the reward. Because just because they're paying you, that's not a reward or an award. That is an exchange of time. You're using your time and they're giving you money. It's a fair exchange. There's nothing additional. Think about it, y'all. Now, I'm not saying don't work a 9 to 5, because those are stepping stones to water the garden of your victory as it pertains to your gifts and your talents. So, like I said, if you're not using them even while you're working a job, then shame on you, because you'll complain about the job, but you won't even, start that thing that he wants you to do, because you feel like, I can't do both. And plus my gift ain't even that good. And, you just begin to sow seeds of discord. And we as people have to stop doing that. Believe in yourself. If you don't see the outcome right out, that's okay. I bet you that you're not going to leave that house until that hair is right, girl. I bet you're not going to leave that house until your haircut is spiffy and you done brushed your hair and you done got in your nice clothes, fellas. You're not going to step out unless you are right. And you're going to stay consistent at it. Or you just not going to go at all. So let's treat our gifts and talents the same way, guys. Let's use them. Don't abuse them. But use them. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. And like I said, do not forget, keep the Father first. Keep him at the forefront of your life. And, you know, focus on him. Because your feelings is a result of your focus. And your focus is a result of how you feel. Focus on the right thing, y'all. And use those gifts. All right, I'm out of here. Have a good one.